Áshildur, it's so good to connect with you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Andrea, so much.
Well, you have become one of my favorite people. I met you just a couple of years ago in Spain and was immediately just taken by your beauty and your power and the sense of grace that you bring to everything that you do. So when you and Solveig were one of the first people that I contacted about the global Luminary Activation Experience, I was so grateful that you said yes, that you are coming to the south of France to grace us with your presence and the magic of that beautiful gong that's behind you.
Oh, thank you for those words. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. I so look forward to this event for so many reasons. To be in that beautiful place, to bring this beauty as well and meet all the people. It will be magical.
It will be magical. And one of the reasons that I was so interested in incorporating sound therapy and sound healing is because of this quote that you shared with me. You shared this quote by Yogi Bhajan that says that the gong is a sacred threshold. It is a portal that links the finite and the infinite experience of the self, which is so beautiful because I feel like we as light workers, as spiritual entrepreneurs, we are at this beautiful intersection, bringing the wisdom that we get from the divine or from the infinite, and we're bringing it to earth to help our clients, right? And so I love that quote that you shared with me, because I feel like sound therapy, it is this magical portal. So what was it that first got you inspired? Because you've been an educator, you've been a certified life coach, you've done so much in your world, and you are continuing to do more. What was the first thing that that inspired you to get involved with the gong?
Good question. I would say, it's a truckload of synchronicities, just like following up on each other. Well, to begin with, I played the piano for many years, so I'm familiar with playing an instrument. I studied reflexology as well. So my mother is a reflexologist for 40 years, and that is in my blood somehow. So, massaging the feet and affecting the whole body is normal for me. And then working with people and going into the depths of their very being and their very soul. And this thing is kind of zooming everything up together. I bought it as a kind of a coincidence. There was a woman who wanted to have a big event with 10 gongs playing. I didn't have a gong at that time. And I thought, there was something in here like, you got to join this. You have to be in this as well. So I said, I will be as well. My gong, and let's just do this. And so we had a gong as well at that time. So I bought it. I said yes to stuff that followed, and now it's coming to you. It's the 5th country that I visit. And yes, to sum it up, when I play the gong, I'm playing an instrument, but it's obviously not like playing the piano. It's playing the body and the soul all together, because the gong, the body is mapped on the gong. So I do play according to what I want to affect or what.
Really? I've never heard that. So of course with reflexology and with acupuncture, like we have these points on the ear, and reflexology on your hand, your palms or your feet, we know that there's a map of the body. But I never heard that the gong is mapped to us as well.
Oh yeah. The heart is the core. This is your aura and everything in between here. I'm here. It's mapped according to the body as well. Left, right, so for me, when I hear about, it's an innate talent that I have. This is an old friend coming to me, and I can just feel it. Because when somebody talks to me about something that wants to be opened up or addressed, my brain immediately visualizes the places on the gong, where to play, how to play it. It just like, this is how to do it. And I'm practicing as well. I haven't been playing it for many years, but this somehow innate talent is just growing and becoming stronger and stronger. And it is a portal to the subconscious and to everything that is under the iceberg, you know.
Wow.
It's very powerful.
It is. You know, the first time I actually experienced a gong bath was a couple of years in London, a couple of years ago. And I had never heard of a gong bath. It was just like, oh, that sounds like a really cool new agey thing. But I was so impressed with the profound level of relaxation that I felt having just, you know, this guy who was gonging all around me. And so, yeah, I feel like for this global luminary activation experience, we're leading people through the 5 stages of building a spiritually based business. Mm-hmm. We want people successful. We want the spiritual millionaires to come out. Yeah. But in order to get there, some of us have to get past blocks against earning money or asking for money. The blocks that some people experience, like fear of being seen, fear of speaking up. Like there are things that we have to deal with internally, psychologically, that, as you say, may be just hidden under the surface in our subconscious. So I love that as we're doing guided meditations and these other things, people are going to be able to open up in ways that are very gentle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can take in all those boxes that you said, like, yeah, fear of speaking and money and all that. I'm like, tick, tick, tick. Yes, I've been there. So, you know, it's important for me also for people to know that I do my own homework. It's not that I came fully ready to play this instrument. I am doing my own homework on myself every day, you know.
Yeah.
That we do that, right?
Yes, I am too.
Yes, exactly. Of course, that's why we're doing this. Do you want me to explain maybe a little bit about how it happens in scientific terms?
Yes, I would love that, please.
Because the brain likes that, and I am a
Yes.
science teacher as well, so I do like that as well. So, like, how we are talking now is the beta state, where the brain waves are quite active, right? Maybe you know all this, but I will explain this so people.
Yes, please.
What we want to reach is alpha, theta, or even delta state. The beta state is the brain waves are moving at approximately 13 to 40 hertz. And then we want to go even deeper to alpha state, so it's a more relaxed state, 7 to 12 hertz about. And the gong takes you there. When you play the gong very well, it tells this one here that wants to be aware and control everything to just step aside for a moment, relax with the beta waves and go to the alpha, and hopefully deeper to the theta, which is 4 to 7 hertz, and eventually delta, which is deep sleep. Actually, it happens when we sleep, but that is where we will hopefully. I mean, that's my aim when we go at Gaia, to reach a point of that stillness, that quietness where healing takes place. What is healing? I mean, that's the light that just wants to shine.
Yes.
And heal that stuff from, you know, childhood or past lives or wherever it came from, that stuff that is just blocking us, the gatekeeper. The gong is like, I can go there, I will open it up. But it has to be played well, of course. You can't just randomly bang the gong. You have to play it very well. And I'm getting confident enough to, because I thought it's a big responsibility, and it's people, and I take that so seriously. I really want to help people. Sense for world peace.
Yes, spreading peace, one gong at a time, and sending out these ripples of transformation.
Exactly.
I love that. And so you will be blessing us with this musical therapy, this gong therapy, 2 times at Gaia. once with Cristiana Durante from Italy. You mentioned that you've now taken this gong and performed in 5 countries. Some of the work that you've done has been with Cristiana, and she's leading us through a process that she calls dreaming from emotion. So tell me, how will the gong work with Cristiana's process?
Yeah, that's just amazing. So I went to Rome to work with her. She came to Iceland to work with me and a group of people. And it simply just goes so very well together. When you have that meditation to enter, with the meditation, you're entering the slower phases of the brain movements. And the gong is like the, final touch to that. So it's like going down in the cellars of your subconscious, right? And the gong is just so helpful when this one wants to control the ride. It just makes the brain step aside for a moment, and it just somehow it works magic together. We already did it with a group of people. And,
so it's as though the gong will help us get into that relaxed state. It will enhance our ability to get to alpha and maybe even delta or theta. And then she'll be leading the guided meditations. And for those of you watching, you can also see the interview that I did with Cristiana, so you can learn about that. So that's going to be awesome, because people are going to be able to anchor in the emotion that they want to experience as they're stepping up in business. They're, all of us at this event are leveling up. Nobody's playing small. And so we'll be able to anchor that. But then you're also coming back on another evening for our performance night with your dear friend and mine, Solveig Þórarinsdóttir, our love warrior. So tell me, what will be the difference when you and Sol are playing?
Yeah, I mean, there is maybe not a huge difference per se. Solveig and I have known each other for 20 years. We balance each other quite well. We're different, but very much alike as well. So when we play something, how to explain this? We complement each other in a very nice way. So what we bring when the two of us play to a group of people is somehow, it's very whole, and it's very sacred, and it's very, very powerful. Mm-hmm. So it will not be a guided meditation, but the gong playing itself will be that.
Yeah.
The gong brings you to meditative states.
And do you feel like it does just playing the gong, especially when you're in a group, does it just tune into each of us and it gives us what we need? Like we might have different needs.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I don't have a formula for what to play. I do listen to the group. I will be like hearing and feeling what is needed, kind of. Usually it's a release of something. We want to open things up. Where was I?
So getting us to that state, even as a group, I think will be really profound.
I got lost for a moment. The gong wants to align. It wants to tune. It's like a tuning fork.
Yeah.
It just wants to bring the symphony that is within us to a clear, beautiful sound. Right. Mm-hmm. And the gong knows what to do. It just knows, and it will tune what needs to be tuned. And I don't know what it is, but I trust that I will bring that forth when I play with my heart, with good intention.
Yeah, I do feel like the intention is so important. And for people who might be a little nervous, thinking that maybe they're going to get overwhelmed by getting into such a deep state, what would you say to them?
We always encourage people to breathe, to breathe through always. I cannot tell you if it's going to be intense or not, because I don't know. I follow what wants to happen. I encourage people when the gong says, "Oh no, I want to sing. I want to bring something needs to be pushed through here," and it gets a little loud. I encourage people to breathe out. Relaxation is in the exhalation, so just, and trust. Our intentions are as pure as they can be, so we are to be trusted. And you will come out on the other side safely. But something will be moved. The gong will move you. If you do not want to be moved, if you want to stay the same, then maybe the gong is not for you. You have to be aware of this, everyone. But please feel safe, because it's all good.
It's all good. Well, that is why we're here, and that is why we are coming from so many different countries here to the French Riviera for this experience of this 5-day mastermind and this sharing of the energy and the inspiration and the encouragement that all of us can get lifted up. So, Asha, thank you so very much for being a part of this and for sharing your gifts with us so generously. Thank you.
Thank you. I look so much forward to this. I'm packing my babies. It's gonna be nice, right? Nice.
Well, that is what we're hoping. September on the French Riviera. When I moved here, I was at the beach, in September. So that's what we're hoping for. But you Icelanders,
yes,
you guys go jump in the sea no matter what. So I'm not worried about you.
No. It'll be fine.
All right. Well, I look forward to it as well. Thank you so much, dear one.